As you guys know, you get the Evolve Tesla for free on the home screen. I already have it, but I'm going to just claim it here to show you how the process works. You don't have to play any games. You get it. So as you would expect, a lot of you guys are probably looking for some Evolve Tesla decks. So I'm going to be showing you guys the top 3 best Tesla evolution decks in today's video. And in my opinion, guys, the Tesla is an above average evolution. So this is definitely one you're going to want to make sure you claim and have good decks with it, because I would say it's a top 10 evolution ever since they increased the pulse damage. So he's got a zap, not really sure what this is yet. He does have the Lava Hound. We can go Expo here. Lava Hound should be a pretty good matchup for Expo. You can see he's even calling the good game because the Evo Tesla is just so good against the Lava Hound as well as the Balloon. And then you have things like the Fireball, of course, which are just so solid against the Lava Hound. So I'm just going to cycle a Knight here. We go Log here on top of the guards. And then I think let's see, let's get archers going here and then go in for Tesla. As you can see, he actually misplayed the Balloon. He played it in front of the Lava Hound. That is definitely not what you want to do. So we get a really easy defense for us over there. And we have a really sizable damage lead as well. I mean, it's pretty much GG unless we completely throw this match. So, yeah, kind of nice that we got this matchup over here. The Evo Archers are also in this deck, as you guys can see, which you get for free as well in about a week. So we'll go in for an Expo here, and he's going to go Lava in the back, so I guess that was pretty good timing. And let's see, we could probably just let that go. I think that's fine. And then we have the Evo Archers, which are just going to get a ton of value. Can we kite that? No, it's too far away, so we're actually going to have to play it behind, and that should be okay. And then let's go in for the Evo Archers here. I don't think he's back to his Fireball yet. He needs to play, another card to get back to it. So the Evo Archers are just going to get free reign on top of that Lava Hound there. We can go in for Skeletons. And yeah, I mean, honestly, if I was this guy, I would probably just give up because I don't really think there's much of a chance he's going to be able to come back from this. In fact, we could probably even go Expo now because he just cycled his Valkyrie, so he doesn't have a tank for it in cycle. Just go in for a Log here to get rid of those guards, and this Expo should get another lock on the tower. Skeletons to distract in case he goes in for an Inferno Drag. He opts to go in for a Fireball, which is completely fine. And with 45 seconds to go, this is definitely looking like it's going to be a wrap here. We can pre-place the Tesla. That's definitely what you want to do because in double, they can stack a big push. And this way, we're going to have our Evolved Tesla by the time he ends up going in for his Balloon. We go high Archers here, so that way he can't Fireball both the Tesla as well as the Archers at the same time. And then look at this, guys. We got the Evo Tesla coming in, which is going to hit the Lava Hound and the Balloon, and then with the Fireball, that's going to clean up really nice and easy. A very, very easy matchup, so it kind of goes to show Expo's strength, especially when you have a good matchup. But Expo is really good in my opinion because there's very few things that hard counter it. It has a lot of outplay potential, which is why it finished #1 in the world a couple times in the last few months. Now let's get into the second deck. All right, guys, the second Evolved Tesla deck I wanted to play is this Hog EQ deck. Typically it runs the Evo Cannon, but this variant is also really solid with the Evo Tesla. And then you have guards instead of the Skeletons because you already have more air support with the Tesla, so you might as well have guards for extra ground support, because the way I see it is the Tesla is really good against air, the Cannon is really good against ground. He's going to go in for a very aggressive push in the other lane. I'm going to have to take some damage from that Princess and then just pressure with a Hog here, and he is going to have a Cannon. What I want him to maybe do is overcommit a bit on the right, and then maybe we can get something going with this Mighty Miner because he just spent so much elixir. Okay, he goes in for a Gob Gang. We'll pop the ability here. Just go in for an E-Spirit to make sure that... And look at that, guys. He probably logs or something, right? No, goes Knight. Let's go, guys. Oh my gosh, that was so... Wow. That was really good recognition for me. I knew he overspent so much on the Princess at the bridge, like him going Knight like that, spending 6 elixir, way too aggressive in single elixir, and I had a feeling something like that would happen. He did probably screw up the defense against the Mighty Miner a little bit, though, like if he ended up splitting it instead of playing it in a way where I could just go in for the ability and take it all out, and instead some went in the other lane and some were in the left, I guess is what I'm trying to say. He would have probably been able to defend it and not lose his whole tower. But either way, I'm certainly not complaining. The Mighty Miner definitely does get a little stressful sometimes and causes you to make mistakes for sure. So we'll go in for an E-Spirit on top of the Goblin Barrel, and things are looking really good unless we absolutely throw this match. And I guess even though this game we didn't really showcase the Evo Tesla, it doesn't matter a ton because I feel like in this matchup, you can't even really get a ton of value from it anyway. I mean, the main thing you're getting value from with it is probably against like maybe a Princess at the Bridge or like an Evo Dark Goblin or something like that. Somehow we were able to kill that. We could maybe, let's just Tesla here and okay, we'll log this E-Spirit on the oh my gosh, he actually got me with the juke. What the heck? I was not expecting that. That's actually kind of crazy. Let's Evo Tesla here. It's going to retarget the Dark Goblin. Well, kill it, I guess you could say. So yeah, anyway, you can see Evo Tesla getting some pretty good value in that scenario. It just pretty much evaporated everything, including the cannon, so that's really cool. And this is going to be a pretty easy game, despite me screwing up my defense against the the Evo Barrel. I was kind of, in a way, like, you know, teasing him for not being able to defend the Mighty Miner, but, you know, like, I don't know, man. That Evo Barrel, he got me good with that, I'm not going to lie, but that's going to be pretty easy win there, and I would say it's another decent deck to try out. Alright guys, in the third Evolved Tesla deck I'm going to be playing is in Drill Cycle here. This is actually a very free-to-play friendly deck in my opinion. Drill's a very, like, underrated free-to-play win condition because there's so many different variants of it you can play if you have the Drill itself leveled up. Because for starters, you could use the Valkyrie in this deck instead of the Knight. You could use Log instead of the Snowball. You could use Evo Skeletons instead of the Evo Snowball. You know, the Evolved Valkyrie or the Evolved Knight instead of the, you know, the Evolved Snowball. So there's just so many different versions of this you can play. You could use Goblins instead of Skeletons if you want, or even, like, the Guards. So the point I'm making, I guess, is you can just, like, mix and match so many different things to your liking inside of this Drill deck. He is going to go in for an Ewiz here. Ooh, he does have a Dark Prince. The Dark Prince is going to be a very solid Drill counter. It's actually one of the best Drill counters in the game, in my opinion, because you can't knock it back with a regular Snowball, whereas something like a even a Royal Ghost or like a Valkyrie, you can. I would say Dark Prince and Bowler are probably the best Drill counters in the game, I'm pretty sure. And then there's probably like a couple others I'm not thinking of at the moment. But either way, we already got a really good amount of damage to start this match off. He's going to be really aggressive here with the Goblin Giant. He kind of made a pretty big mistake, though, in my opinion, because he ended up basically the what was I going to say? The mini P.E.K.K.A. ended up going in, because the Tesla was able to hit the mini P.E.K.K.A., that kind of allowed us to not lose our whole tower, essentially. So even though we took a lot of damage there, it could be a lot worse. And this matchup only gets easier as the match progresses, because Sparky's really good in single elixir against most decks, but then it gets really bad in double and triple elixir, because if you have perfect defense, there's no way they're going to be able to break through, basically. So we got to basically go opposite lane now, because we can't play into him in this matchup. So let's just do this and kind of see what he does. We can go in for an Evo Snowball here. I'm hoping it gets us a lot of value. And yeah, as you can see, there's not really anything he can do about that Evo Snowball. It just got so much value over there. We can even send in another Drill, because why not? We might as well just keep up the pressure. He is going to go in for a Sparky, but he commits a Dark Prince as well. So he kind of spent a lot of elixir there. We'll just Fireball on top of the Sparky, I guess, and see what he wants to do. And then we'll go in for a Knight here and then set up a Tesla, I guess. That should be fine. And maybe Skeletons, so the Sparky kind of wastes its shot on that. He is going to go in the other lane, though. We're going to have to get a Fireball on top of all this, and then let's go in for a Knight. And then Snowball this. We're kind of going to need to get, yeah, Skeletons going here. We'll go in for this, and then, yeah, we're completely fine. So really good defense over there. We basically just have to keep doing what we're doing, and as long as we don't make any mistakes, he shouldn't be able to win this one. So he's going to go Sparky in the back. We kind of got to watch out for that. Let's go for a Fireball here. And then, maybe, okay, yeah, we got to cycle a Knight now. And then we got Skeletons to distract the Sparky shot once again. So we might as well just do that. And we got our Evo Tesla here, which is going to stun the Sparky. So that's really solid for us, of course. So let's just go in for a Berserker. We'll go in for Skeletons now. And I think we're okay, yeah. We just have to make sure that Sparky doesn't shoot our towers. So we'll go for a Fire Spirit like that. And, nice. Okay, I got a little nervous there, but we're fine. Oh my gosh, I think that was, is that even gonna shoot the... Okay, it does, barely. I did not think it was going to, but it actually did. I think we're fine, though, because we just go in for another, yeah, basically just another Tesla, and we're completely okay. Yeah, Fire Spirit here to clean that up, and then Berserker, and yeah, we're fine. We're chilling. That was very stressful, but we're okay. So let's see. We got the Evo Snowball ready to go here against the Dark Prince. Because I have my Evolved Tesla in rotation, it's completely fine to go in for a push, especially because we are in Triple Elixir, which I do think is it should be really easy to defend, especially with all the defensive cards we have. And as you can see, we are going to be able to put a stop to that without too much trouble. We might as well keep up the pressure, though, just so he doesn't get too comfortable just spamming at the bridge. And we force a bit of elixir out of him there. We're going for Berserker. He goes in for a mini P.E.K.K.A once again. We'll just go like this. We'll go in for a Knight here. And then we have our Evo Tesla ready to go. And this is why the matchup just gets better and better as it goes on, because you're just able to get to that Evo Tesla again so quick in Triple Elixir. That is going to be GG, and that is also going to be it for the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe. You can use creator code BOSS to support me in any Supercell game. Thanks again. Until next time, guys.